Who are you when no one's watching? Let's start.
I'm not who you think I am. I'm not who I think I am. I am who I think you think I am.
What? I'm not who you think I am. I'm not who I think I am. I am who you think I am. Yo, whoa, wait. Chat. What does that even mean? I think I know. It's like, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not the person that's in your brain. I'm not the person who's in my brain. I am the person who I think that's in your brain. Because I'll never know who am I in your brain. I think it's like that.
I know, but bear with me. Basically, our self-identity is shaped not by how we see ourselves, nor how others see us, but by how we think they see us. This is why a simple compliment can change your whole mood. It's why criticism, especially from someone you care about, can hurt so deeply. Because every word and every look is another brushstroke on the canvas of who you think you are. Think about it. You're not just yourself. You're countless versions of it. Every single person who ever knew you has a version of you that exists only in their mind, and none of them are the same. To your friends, you might be the funny one, the quiet one, and the serious
Increase the
one.
volume of the video a bit. Is it low? Is it low, chat? Hold on. That should be good.
Once, depending on who you're with. To your parents, you still are the same kid who needs protecting. And to a stranger who just saw you at the store, you're nothing but a passing blur. We often don't realise just how different these versions of ourselves are, until we're stuck in a room with two people who know us in completely different ways. It's a strange feeling when you're not sure which you to be, and all of a sudden you're hyper-aware
This is basically like having like multiple personalities, right? Is this around the same thing? I don't know.
of every word and every gesture, until you end up feeling off, like an actor who's forgotten their lines. That's because your sense of self is being pulled in two different directions. You try to balance it, but you can't.
Basically, yeah.
Not perfectly, because you're trying to match what you think they think of you, and that's exhausting. Psychologist Charles Cooley called this the looking glass self, because in essence you're looking at yourself through the reflections of everyone else's perception of you. It's like living in a funhouse of mirrors, and each one shows you a slightly different version of who you are, but none of them are quite right. Some are flattering, some are warped, and some barely resemble you at all. The people around you are holding up these mirrors, and you're constantly shifting, adjusting, trying to fit into each one. And so, we create masks, social
Exactly what I was just saying. Multiple personalities.
masks. You wear one at work, at home, with friends, with strangers. It's not
But would I say this is a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know if I would say this is a bad thing. I think it's good to have like maybe three personalities, like a formal, and when I'm with my friends and when I'm with my family, I don't act the same way. It's a bad thing. So say you're with your friends, you're making jokes, you're having fun, and say you're going to a job interview. Would you act the same? No, you're putting on another personality. You're a formal, respectful man. Okay, family is different. I'm telling you, you're going to a job interview. You are a formal, respectful man, so you can get the job. Say you go to a job interview, you act the same way you act with your friends. You're not getting that job. You're getting put on a FBI list. You're not getting put. You're not going to a job. Okay, you're not getting that job. And a job interview, you're gonna exhaust yourself. You go to a job interview, act like how you usually act. On God, you're not getting that job. If you don't get put on three different Epstein lists, not that doesn't even make sense. You're gonna be put on an Epstein list, a watch list, and a no flying list, or like a sexual assault list. That's so odd. OD. Yeah, I don't know why I read that as odd. I'm stupid. That's OD. That is kind of OD, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
pretending. It's survival. Carl Jung called this the persona. The face we put
Oh my God, Persona. Editor, play the song. Wait, I'm the editor. Me, play the song. Persona.
Tell me why you did it. Every dream falling apart. Tell me why you did it. After the promise.
I don't know. What the hell?
care, and it's only later you wonder.
Nigga,
that
fuck
really
you.
me?
Nigga, fuck you.
But even when you're alone and you don't need a mask anymore,
That's
who are
not
you?
true, by the way. Yo, if your parents stopped paying me, I'd still be your friend. Don't worry.
Alan Watts says, trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. Because hate or love it, you're not fully you with nobody around to reflect off of. The person in your head
Nigga,
is
that's
probably
my
not
joke.
the same
That's
out
kind of
loud.
too bad.
Even your
That's pretty unfortunate, bro.
voice literally isn't the same to you as it is to others. That's why it almost disappoints us hearing it from a phone or a recorder. In fact, not liking the sound of your own voice is so common that there's a term for it. Voice confrontation.
Yo, not liking your own voice is that. Wait, what? That's what you. That's what you black people say. Always do always. Don't call me black. I'm half. Don't call me black.
And it's because in your head, you hear your voice through vibrations in your skull, which makes it sound deeper and richer. What everyone else hears is, well, different. It's kind of like looking in a mirror. You probably like your mirror reflection more than photos of yourself, and there's a reason for that. You're used to seeing a reversed version of you, the face you've seen 1,000 times.
Wait. Fuck, I forgot. Steal? Oh my god, you're racist. Hold on. Fuck. Let me cut that out, editor. Wait, I'm the editor. Oh yeah.
Voice
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Not as racist as you. I'm not racist. Anyways, I don't want to touch on that. I don't want to go like political or not political. Like, I don't want to talk a lot about racism. Or I want to say about racism. Fuck ICE. Actually, just fuck ICE, bro. Fuck ICE. Fuck ICE sucks. Okay. By the way. Anyways. I was talking about the thingy. Yeah. Yo. Oh. Why is my mind going blank? What was it? Yeah. Yes, not liking the sound of your own voice. I think I got over that. I got over that, like really over that. Just 'cause I edit my videos, so I listen to my voice all the time. So, bro, what? I accidentally left the chat and I came back. You said fuck ICE. ICE sucks. Would you not agree? Chat. ICE sucks. Do you not agree? Do you not agree? I agree, yeah. And I'm not talking about Ice like the Ice Cubes. No, I'm not talking about Ice Cube the rapper. I'm not talking about Ice Cubes the thingy. Ice sucks. Like the government Ice. Yeah, police. The
confrontation.
popo.
And it's because in your head, you hear your voice through vibrations in your skull, which makes it sound deeper and richer. What
The
everyone
popo.
else hears is, well,
Different.
different.
How the fuck? No, it's not pre-watch.
Mirror. You probably like your mirror reflection more than photos of yourself, and there's a reason for it.
Wait, I do. When I look at, you know the chocolate that you gave me? What you mean? What if I told you I finished it? No way. That was a full box of chocolates. Oh my god.
that. You're used to seeing a reversed version of you, the face you've seen 1,000 times brushing your teeth or fixing your hair. It's called the mere exposure effect. Basically, the more familiar something is, the more we tend to like it. So, the you know best. It's just the version you've gotten used to, but it's not the same version everyone else sees, and it's definitely not the only one that exists. Heraclitus, the Greek philosopher, said,
Wait, I know Heraclitus. I know this dude.
"No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man."
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what this means. I think this is what I think it means. Okay, same river is not the same river. Why? Because water flows. The water is different. Okay. Cook. Okay, and the man, me right now, and me in 5 seconds, we're not the same man. It's barely different, but it's not the same man. Same river, water flows, changes.
You're always in
Did I not just cook?
flux in motion. The you that existed at the beginning of this video is not quite the same as the you watching this now.
I swear this isn't pre-watch. On God, this isn't pre-watch.
And won't be at the end of it.
Wallahi, this isn't
Every little
pre-watch,
thing
chat.
shapes you, just a tiny bit. Everything is always changing ever so slightly, maybe too little for you to notice, but it's still happening.
Uh-huh.
Yet, we crave consistency.
Uh-huh.
We want to be a solid, defined character in our own story, but we're more like a sketch
Damn, nigga,
that's
I
constantly
told you.
being erased and redrawn. The pencil never...
Alright. I'm back.
quite lifts from the page.
I just got a brownie.
It's why looking back at old photos or reading an old text feels so
Just a
strange.
gooning break. I got a brownie. Fuck you mean gooner break? Yo, this shit good. You need to try this.
You cringe, not because your past self was wrong, but because they're practically a stranger. That person made choices you wouldn't make today, said things you wouldn't say, believed things you might not believe anymore. In a way, they're gone,
Oh my god,
and
I'm
yet
breathing to the
still a
mic.
part of you.
This brownie is just so good.
Psychologists call this.
Chat, if
the
I had a
end of
face cam,
history
I would show
illusion.
you this. It's so good.
Studies from Harvard and the University of Virginia found that while we recognize how much we've changed in the past, we tend to underestimate how much we'll change in the future. It's like we always believe that the current version of ourselves is the final version, as if we've finally figured it all out. Spoiler alert, we haven't. We never do. And that's okay because it makes life even more interesting. The ability to evolve constantly is what does. But this ever-changing notion makes the version of you that exists in someone else's mind, by definition, outdated. When someone thinks of you, they're not imagining the person you are right now. They're recalling the last version of you they saw, or the version that left the strongest impression. Could be you from last week, last year, or even from childhood. They don't see the tiny shifts in your perspective, the lessons you've learned, or the subtle changes in your personality. They didn't feel that quiet moment you had at 2 a.m, staring at the ceiling, when something just clicked. And it's not because they don't care, it's just human nature. We're all wrapped up in our own stories, our own endless evolution. While you're busy changing, so is everyone else. This is why running into an old friend feels so strange. They might still expect you to laugh at the same jokes or care about the same things, but maybe you've outgrown that version of yourself. And so, you find yourself slipping back into old patterns.
Why did that dude look like Corey
You've
Kenshin?
outgrown
Hold
that
on.
version of yourself. And so, you find
Is this not Corey Kenshin? This kind of looks like Corey Kenshin. Come on, chat. Say he looks like Corey Kenshin, please. Or is it just me? Is it just me, chat? He kind of looks like Corey Kenshin.
yourself slipping back into old patterns, playing the part they
Because
expect.
my name is Corey Kenshin.
Because it's easier than trying to explain who you've become. But this isn't a one-way street. You do the same to others. You think you know who your friends are, who your parents are, who your co-workers are. But those are just versions of them that you've frozen in time. You're not fully aware of their growth, their struggles, their late-night epiphanies. In a way, every relationship we have is like talking to a ghost of who someone used to be, mixed with who we think they are. Because the human brain hates
Because you don't know how much they've changed, but you, in your mind, they're just the same person you met 5 years ago.
gaps. It loves a complete picture, even if it has to make things up to fill in the blanks. When you meet someone for the first time, your mind doesn't just stop at what they say or how they look. It fills in the rest with assumptions, stereotypes, and experiences from your past. Maybe they remind you of someone else, or perhaps their tone triggers a memory. Without realizing it, you build an entire backstory for them, layering your own biases and expectations over who they actually are. And they're doing the same
Chat.
to you. When you meet a person, you think you know them, but you don't. They exist in your mind as an idea, not as a reality. Psychologists call this impression formation. We take tiny pieces of information, a smile, a phrase, an outfit, and construct a whole narrative around it. Our brains are essentially storytellers, filling in the unknowns with whatever makes
Does that mean I'm a storyteller? Let's go! William Shakespeare, I'm coming for that ass. I mean, that title.
the story makes
My bad.
sense. But those stories aren't always accurate. Yet once that first impression is set, our brains become stubborn. It takes a lot more evidence to change a first impression than to
Oh hell no, bro! That was the one, bro. That was my dead cat.
reinforce it.
My dead cat said
It's
that.
why a bad first impression can haunt you, and a good one
Why
can
would he
create
say that,
unrealistic
bro?
expectations. Ironically, your brain often tries to match every impression. It's a survival instinct to fit in. This is called the Pygmalion effect, where higher expectations
Your
lead
dead
to improved.
cat, your dead cat ain't saying all that. Oh my bad, that was my dead hamster. Dead hamster. I want to get a hamster so bad, bro. I want to get a hamster.
Performance, and lower expectations do the
That
opposite.
shit might be fun.
If someone expects you to be funny, you might find yourself cracking jokes. If they see you as shy, you might hold back, even if that's not who you usually are. You could be sitting alone at a cafe. One person might think, they're so peaceful. Another might think,
You're
they
lonely.
look so lonely. The truth could be neither, or both, but each observer walks away with a different version of you in their mind. But nobody's story is complete. Everyone is working with half-written scripts and missing chapters, and so every interaction is like two incomplete puzzles trying to fit together, with pieces that don't quite match. And when those gaps are too big, when the story in your head doesn't match the story in theirs, they say, "You've changed." But really, they just haven't updated their version of you in a while.
Exactly.
In the end, we're all just walking each other home. We're all walking around as puzzles with pieces only partially visible to others. You'll never fully understand how someone else sees you, just as they'll never fully understand the layers of who you are. But instead of fearing that, maybe we can find comfort in it. It's what makes connection so powerful when it happens, and why a true understanding from someone else feels so rare and beautiful. But it's also why social interactions can be so draining. It's not just about being present, it's about managing the infinite possibilities of how you're being perceived. It's why you might replay conversations in your head, wondering, did I sound weird? Did they think I was awkward? But hey, maybe that's why the smartest people to ever live often shun social life.
WVid, chat. WVid. Let me like that. That was a really WVid. Love that shit. Anyways, let's just get straight to the next reacts. Goodbye, YouTube. I'll see y'all in the next video.